There we go. Good old Windows with the reset by itself. Okay, which means I've got to change a few things here very, very quickly. Let's just turn this gain up before you all get upset. There we go. Okay, yes. Yesterday was a good day for you guys that were trading long. Looked great. Discord did the same yesterday. We called one short opportunity right towards the end of the day. And then since then, we've been in an RBS and a breakout overnight. So let's keep it real simple, right? Daily, there's your RBS zone. It's simple, isn't it? Big bar, you know, small bar, inside bar with a look above, opening up flat or just above. This is our RBS zone, right? Resistance becomes support. If they're willing to hold this, right? If they're willing to hold this or a little look inside and then go, you're still bullish. Holding the 5-day, holding the top Bollinger Band, everything looks good. The weeklies come back in a little bit, reset, held the 5 week, all right? Held the 5 week, and we'll see if it has more juice left to the upside. This is very, very dangerous trading up here, I will say. This is unprecedented times. Okay, be aware, we've had news this morning. Some of those chips are trading back inside right now, so you're seeing the rotation start to take place. I will warn you, if anyone pays attention to the breadth of the market, yesterday was very, very bad in terms of the advanced decline line for a index making new highs like the S&P. I think 300 or 380 of that 500 index started trading like below the 50-day. So it's a very, very contracted market in very specific sectors. Chips, right? That's where that's who's doing the drive and what's going on. Okay, hourly. You can see yesterday we broke out. All right, so we were trying to buy this dip yesterday. All right, we broke out. There's your RBS zone. It held it. It broke out. This is our first failure to make a new high. This is a soft low. All right, how we act in here becomes important. Why? Obviously, it's an RBS zone. Obviously, we have like a little low volume node here. This is also a 2-leg pullback on an hourly. So if they're willing to hold this zone, they will try and rotate back towards the all-time highs. All right. If we start to lose this zone or a push failed, all right, if you see a push fail this morning, anywhere from, you know, we can mark these out. I'd mark out these edges. Anywhere into some of these levels here. 1, can leave the point of control in. 2, and I'd probably look up here. All right, if you see failures into these on a morning push, it is not a good sign. Right, they will want to hold these and start to reclaim and go box to box for that. If you see this and an instant rejection and we come back under and start to lose previous day's point of control, we'll come back into previous week value area high. If we lose that, we'll come right back down into here, into safety again. All right, which is where we basically started this part of the move from yesterday. All right, so I'm not trying to tell you to trade backside, but, you know, failed breakouts can be very, very powerful, just like we saw here. All right, if we fail to break out and hold this, we can see a powerful move back down. All right, so just be aware of where you're trading, what those positions are. In terms of GEX, the high volume node lines up basically perfectly. I'm going to just delete this now so we can see a bit more, the overnight level. Lines up basically perfectly with previous day point of control and this big node here from the current week developing and this little low volume node just underneath. So this right here, 450, this kind of area here is absolutely key for sentiment today. All right, right into here. Now, possibly they let it through a little bit to 400 and then reclaim. That's fine, but it's still the 450 that matters. If they dip below and reclaim 450, it's 450. That matters, right? If they're willing to hold prints above 450, they will try and get this climb up. Now, C1 is placed right up at 900 right now. All right, C2 above current all-time highs overnight. So the first move I'd be thinking about is this, this, and this. All right, that kind of move here for that upside. If they are unwilling to do that, like we said, if there's a morning drive which gets sold into and we start seeing heaviness under 450, they're coming back, check 400. You lose that, and then the slide can start into some of these nodes. All right, that's where you're going to start to see some of these moves start to happen. So 450, big level today to watch. Okay, let's go over the ES and everything else and what's got us there. Same story here. All right, these, we talk about this on lower time frame a lot, don't we? These grindy moves often set up for a wash. All right, your RBS zone really is back here. All right, you can pretty much remember it, 450 for like 453s. All right, so somewhere down here would be the wash, the RBS zone, and the drive back up. All right, it's not to say they have to do it, but if they're gonna wash out all these overnight bulls, that will be the move down to there. That is your RBS zone. It's way down at 450. You have the high volume node at 465. You have VWAPs at 450. All right, so I'd be watching to see if they flush it this morning, are they willing to hold it and do that drive? If they just do a morning shove, you really want to base over 490s then and keep going higher. That would be the play I'd be watching for, the two sides of that trade. Right, if we move down here, SPY's the same deal. You can see SPY's extended. Right, there's no RBS zone until you come right back down into 740s right now. 747 is the target at the moment, but again, big drive up, no retest of this breakout yet. Be very, very aware of that. QQQ coming back down to retest this breakout. All right, there's your breakout level. That's the next level. So this is our 450 on NQ. It's basically your 714s. All right, can you hold 714s? If you lose 714s on a retest, probably come back down to 709s, this pivot, and if you lose that, 705. So those are the over-unders, your 714s or 415s or whatever it is, sorry, on the Qs are your 714s on the QQQ. All right, CL still holding 100. They're coming back in a little bit. Again, fail break. There's your right shoulder. There's your neckline, all right? If we start to fail and we see this, you probably get buy side pressure in the market. If this is a look below and fail and they hold this and come back upside, sell side pressure in the market. So worth watching. Same kind of story for Dixie right now. It's in a breakout, which means we'd probably expect the market to start seeing sell side pressure, which is what we've seen over the last 30 minutes or so. So if Dixie starts to hold 98s, that's going to be problematic. If we zoom out, it's got to really get going quite far to get back up to the top side of this range, right? It's nowhere near it right now. It's just the midpoint, but from terms of intraday, it is starting to grind higher. All right, we can't deny that. Everyone's so short on the Dixie, but it's starting to try and grind higher at the moment. VIX still at these, just under these 18s. You can see that's a big put wall. So 18s to 1750, probably a transition today. Break over 18s, we can come and test this old wick high at 1850s. But we look like we're slowing down unless something drastic happens today. Looks like it's slowing down. All right, here's where the importance come. Chips, all right? They have failed to break out. Remember, the Qs made new highs here. Yesterday, we were watching these chips. If dips held 72, yes, dips held 72. Then where do we look for? The 82 hold, yep. And then the breakout of 85, yep. And then it needed to break 87 pre-market, which it did, but it failed to take out the highs up here, which is interesting because the rest of the market took out the highs, and this is where the strength's coming from. So if we fail, right, to take out these 190s, if we fail these 85s and you start to see chips get sold into, what do you think is going to happen? Rotation, yes, rotation market's going to show weakness. So I'm watching today 85s, 90 and 82s, exactly the same levels as yesterday, but if we start seeing failures, we have to pay attention to that. Okay, strength again from Apple. We talked about this 300 level. That was the target for this week. So, you know, you might want to start paying yourself some long in here. Remember, we are up, big on this now. Big breakout, big continuation, big follow through. 300 was the level we were trying to trade into. We've hit that 300. It's holding its gap right now. It looks pretty good. I mean, there's no reason to sell all your profits if you swing long, but, you know, we've hit a big target there, psychological number. Amazon, all right, big drive up yesterday. This is just like we just talked about on the S&P, all right, and it's going to wash all those bulls out. Here's your RBS zone, all right, so you're watching 6750s as your over under right now on Amazon, all right. If they hold that, you can see that's your box, that's the breakout, that's the retest. Are they willing to hold this? If they fail to hold the retest, there comes the rotation. So we've got to watch these names as well. Gapping down there on Amazon. Goog also gapping down, same kind of story. All right, here is the liquidity build. There's the wash, there's the breakout. All right, you want it to hold some of these nodes, 95s, 93s, and if it loses that, that's the bottom side of the box is 90. All right, remember the box is basically here. So it's drifting in, starting to look a little bit weak here on the open on some of these names. Meta, same kind of story, big drive out. All right, here's the retrace. If they come back down, we can have a little look below and fail under sort of 1450s, but how we act at 10s is what actually matters if they're going to reprint this higher. So did dips come down to 10s and hold or not? If not, weakness again. All right, so giving back some of the late gains that they made. A lot of these stocks giving back the late gains. Microsoft, same story. Can it hold this box? Remember, we've had weakness in Softy. Right, we fill in the gap. We got stuck at 207. Can it do this, or is this a bear flag continuation? That's what they've priced in. They've priced in down to 400 this morning on Softy. Nvidia, again, strength with the chip names, right? Strength with the chip names. Looks different to all the other mag names right now. We are in grind and break, grind and break, grind and break, grind and break, grind and break. So the level is really here. I know they've got this cool wall here at 30s, but the level is actually down here, sort of 26, 25s. Do they hold that and do the same thing they've done every other day? Or once you see acceptance under, you probably see some backside. At the moment, remember, Trump over in China, all the big leaders are over there with him. Tesla, same story, in a range here on Tesla. So you're just pinned in here. You just want to watch 43s and 53s. You're in a $10 range while it makes its mind up. Okay, some of the broader names, can have a quick look. Some of these software names coming back in again after a 2-day sort of push out. AMD probably coming back in again, right? Some of these chip names starting to come back in, right? Failing to break out. MU holding highs, but not breaking out of that high there. Interestingly, INTC, Intel's coming back in. Look at these chips starting to really come back in here. You have to be aware of what you're trading right now. If we see weakness in some of those names, it would not surprise me to see the start of a rotation taking place. Okay, so just be aware of that. You know the score, you know the levels. It's this big grey box, which we are chopping in right now. Like we came to the 450, pushed out to 500, came back to 450, found a bid again. This is our RBS zone. We need to be aware of it. You have to be aware of it right now. All right, so we're going to wait this morning to see if they trap sellers down here and they want to push out, or if we see a push that's sold into, or if we see failures under it and stay heavy. Right, but we're definitely in a sensitive zone right now, no doubt about it. Remember, this is my last day with you this week. I won't be here tomorrow, taking a long weekend. So let's see if we can make some money. For those of you who are new here, or just starting your prop game, there's some great sales on right now. Apex 90% off. You can use code FZT for all of these. Lucid 40% off. Tradeify's got a deal on as well. And probably the best deal right now, Take Profit Trader. You can use code FlowZone for 50% off. Some of you might have seen I took my third payout from Lucid in 3 weeks, or it might be 3 weeks and 2 days or something. Last night. Who signed the holiday off? Yeah, well, the boss. That would be my wife. She signed it off. All right, 18 seconds here, folks. Let's see how we do. And my dog's just woken up. All right, chips gapping down to start the day. So holding this RBS zone to start the day here. Big wiggle on the tape here. Do they know what they want to do? Here's the question. I need to get my trade copier up. There we go. All right, big wiggle down here. This boxed in this RBS zone for now. And give this a minute to shake out. Sellers got trapped there into 60s so far. There are buyers getting stuck into 500s, and that's the rotation, the early morning rotation. Very, very tight. We already identified that pre-market. There we go. You are seeing chips start to break down here. sub 180s, and if they start to get heavy, this thing might roll. So I'd be very, very careful if you're uber bullish on this right now, because they are already sub 180s. I think this is close to letting go here. If the next pop up on chips is sold into, we might see a bit of a rotation here, folks. I'm warning you now. So we're watching those 180s over under on the chips. It's a lot of it is going to be dependent on that this morning, I think. So it's coming back up towards the 180s, and this is what will matter. Remember, we're in an RBS zone. If they reclaim 180s, then maybe the Qs get going for that upside shove. These names don't. We're seeing relative strength in the ES, back up to its VWAP. Here's the 180 test on these chips, and this would be the big over-under now. Do they find a bid or not? Pretty simple. Still just boxed in here. MAG complete mixed bag as well. Still nothing to do yet. Apple basically flat, Amazon down a little bit, Google down 0.86%, Meta down 1/3%, Microsoft down, Meta up 1/3%, Microsoft down 0.19%, Nvidia shoving up, and here's the 180 reclaim on the chip names, right? That's what we were just talking about, isn't it? There is the 180 reclaim on the chip names. So do they hold this bid now? This is basically all that matters right now when we're watching the Qs. If they hold the bid, we'd probably go squeezy right back upside. If they don't hold the bid, then we probably come and retest those lows again. Lots of buyers on the tape here trying to shove it up. It's frothy is how I would probably describe it. It's frothy. So RBS zone holding. If you did take the long here for the breakout of this little W, this is your TP1 up here. And you just have to see what happens, right? We are chopping that 180 zone. All right, this is a very, very dangerous level right now. I'm telling you, both sides, it's very, very dangerous. We're holding an RBS and we're chopping 180 on the chip names. And the MAG looks like they're starting to rotate other than Nvidia. Down we come then, failing the top side of that. Now buyers will want to protect 40s here, I would imagine. And if they don't, you might see a new low of day. Sorry, 40s, 90s. God, my eyesight is terrible. All right, Q's going, Spider's going, Chip's not going, Divergence on the tape. How many days have we said that on the morning drive? Quite a few, I think. How many days have we said that? Quite a few. So coming up towards previous day value area high up here, still nothing for me. I'm not trading this long right now, not when there's Divergence. This is just, unfortunately, one of those things we've had a few days in a row, Divergence at the open, but a nice shove up here. ES looks like it wants new highs. This light looked like it's reset on that power cut. Let's turn that down a bit so I can see my screen. Up, 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 and away we're going. Box to box, there's the Lewis Hamilton trade. If we get through this, we're going to come up to 560s. Those of you who took the long, even with the Divergence, well, you are being paid, my friends. I was far too scared to be trading that long with what we were seeing over on the chip names, but they are up and inside now, back inside their pre-market levels. Can this market find a bid and continue to go higher, which is the easiest move? There's been no pullback to hold yet. This is Divergence, 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 and 100-point rip in 3 minutes. This sounds familiar. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? We've seen this game before in the New York Open. We've seen this game before. Up, 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 and away. No, nothing to come back in to prove to me that we can set a higher low. So Alex is sat on his hands here, a little bit salty. How many days is Alex going to say that? Quite a few, I think, sat on the hands being salty. As the market just does one direction moves at the New York Open with the Divergence at play. Jeez, man. QQQ up to previous day high. So into positive gamma, and this thing's going to keep ripping without letting me in. What you going to do? Can't do much when this is its game right now. All it wants to do is squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze the opens without coming down and resetting. SOXL is going to absolutely tear some faces here. Nothing since here. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minutes of straight up gigantic squeeze outs. Well, no dice. Off and away it goes. I'm going to sit here flat. I can already tell. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Maybe we get some form of reset into here. Oh, God. Chop. It's not chop. It's very directional right now. It's just it won't let me in. It's certainly not chop. We've held an RBS zone and it's gone. It's not chop. It's the opposite to chop right now. This is a monster move. Straight upside. It's certainly not chop. This is the bull flag build out that we talked about after the 2-leg. It's just on lower time frame. It has absolutely no interest in letting me in. It just wants to go. It's an instant upside. This thing's away. It's gone and away. There is just no way of me getting involved. Oh, NQ, you are a pain when you're like this. Someone who waits for some form of confirmation. Just... Here it goes. This ain't coming back to pick me up, I'm telling you. This ain't coming back at all to pick me up. This is gone. This is gone. Jesus Christ. SPY about to hit all-time highs. SOXL breaking out through that previous day close and on a rip. This thing will not come down and pick me up anywhere. So we just sit and cry. Oh, stick your inversion up your arse, you idiot. This fucking ICT traders in there. Get out. Inversion. We haven't inverted or done anything. We've hit an RBS zone and squeezed. I called it a 450. Yes, I did. I called the 450 hold. We held the 450, but all we've done is break out. All right. All we've done, we called the look here. I wanted to get long down here, but I wanted to see. What would I want to see? This, anything here to hold. Not this. I can't buy up here. However, like 150 points higher, right? We want a retest, right? We want some form of retest, especially when there's divergence at play. We're not getting any. So this is where Alex just sits still. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh my God. God, you guys are like educating me today. Oh, it's a bull flag. Yes, it's an H1 2-leg pullback into 450. We already went over this. Do you think I'm an idiot? No. We knew it was a buy down here, but I was waiting to see SOXL turn and this thing hold a key level. All we did is rip. It's only been 10 minutes. Give me a chance, folks. It's all the fucking knowledge in chat today. Oh, it's a bull flag. No shit, Sherlock, but is it on in the 1 minute that you're looking at, or is it coming from an hourly RBS zone? Oh my God. M-Kotu, go away. Why is there a buy on your chart? Because we flipped the flow zones, all right? So we moved into bullish momentum. right? We don't buy because we see bullish momentum. We buy on key levels. Oh, my days, my days, my days. Man, there are some silly people in here again this morning. All right, I would love this to come and reset. I don't think we're going to get a reset here. We've got SPY and ES at all-time highs. We're holding previous day value area high. I don't think I'm going to get anything I want here, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to happen. No. I think we're in a straight squeeze. It's going to be like yesterday, and I've missed my position. Yes, SOXL was ripping. Yes. Oh, please don't make me repeat myself 100 times on stream. Otherwise, I'm just not in the mood for it today. I will just walk away. I am not going to repeat myself 100 times. In fact, what I'll do is I'll just turn the chat off and I'll sit here and trade, but I won't be reading chat. So please, let's not say the obvious, right? Mr. Hindsight people, let's not say the obvious. We already know that the market's moved up. We know why it's moved up. We know the level it moved up from. We went over it all pre-market. What we've not seen is any form of retest. We've seen a straight squeeze. So either you bought the open and you hope to hold the 450 with the divergence. Congratulations if you did that. That's not how I trade. And it's moved for you. That's fantastic. Or you're waiting for some form of meaningful liquidity to be built out now since the rip. It's amazing when you look across the board here and you see Tesla red, AMD red, Hood red, UU red, USAR red, Microsoft red, Meta red, Google red, Amazon red, Apple red, everything's red other than chips. This thing's going to keep going. Those chips want 190. We talked about it, and once they get 190, they're going 200s. Bulls non-stop here. Very aggressive bid. There's just no way I'm bidding up here. There is no way I'm bidding up here. It's very, very aggressive squeeze off the open with everything red other than chips. This thing can keep squeezing all it wants, so I'm not playing its games. I don't care what it does. I will not chase. We're into price discovery on the ES here. And the spiders. And this thing's probably going to shove up and shove up and shove up and shove up and shove up. We out of chai? I couldn't see it. Okay, I'm ignoring chat because some of you are just being a bit silly, trying to get a reaction. So, in fact, it's really easy. I'll just turn this screen off. There we go. I don't have to see you guys now. So I'm just going to focus on the chart for a bit. Let this do whatever nonsense it is it wants to do. What a move. Jesus. I can't believe this buying coming in up here is insane. All right, so XOXL getting stuck here, but now the Q's not moving in tandem at all. So SXL getting stuck at previous day high, like we talked about pre-market. If they hold the dip at 185, all right, that breakout zone, they will try and get back up to the 190s. So that's the play right now on SOXL. If it holds 185, they go 190. 190 break goes for that big call wall at 200. And this thing is just non-stop. Look at this, off the open. And here's your 15-minute opening range, which is currently absolutely gigantic. And this thing will go and go and go and go and go. Here it goes. What are you going to do? There's fuck all we can do about this. Certainly not chasing. There is no chance you're going to catch me chasing. And there's no way I'm going short either. You would have to be a psychopath. So we just got to sit here. Oh, my God. Thank you, darling. So SOXL is just now starting to base at 185. So it needs to build liquidity out, 185 liquidity, to get itself up to 190. That is its job right now. 185 liquidity to get itself up to 190. And it's trying. Here it goes. It's doing a pretty good job. It's a good hold of 185. So 190 coming. And then through 190, 200. Oh my God, what a lemon squeezer that is. Without any retest. Great. Great. I don't think I'm going to get an entry. I just don't think it's going to be possible to get an entry. H1's done it. This is exactly what we talked about pre-market. All right, it's the two leg. It's the RBS zone. This is the zone, and there it goes. And there's been no back check. Oh my God. What a market. What a market. You're either in it or you're not. It's kind of that simple, isn't it, nowadays? You're in it or you're not. It pays you or it doesn't. It's like yesterday. We had, well, at least three attempts yesterday. Today, it didn't even give me an attempt. Not even an attempt at it. It just went. I just, at this point, I don't know how to get involved at all. I have no idea how I'm going to get involved in this at this point. It's hard to watch. Hard to watch. Okay, QQQs, new all-time highs. They're going to want 722s on the QQQs. We're going to have to wait for 190s now on the chips. I guess you could play the opening range if you wanted to play. It feels very risky to be buying 630s here. Kind of interested. A lot of big buying came in at 10s, between 10s and 86s. So I'm kind of interested in some form of reset down there, which is what I'll try and wait for. Right, hopefully you have calmed down on chat now. We can be a bit more sensible than asking silly questions. Even in the war, why are markets pumping? The markets don't care about the war, mate. Like, we go over it every single day. What are the markets pricing in right now? They're not pricing in inflation. They're not pricing in war. They're not pricing in oil. They are exuberant on chip names. It's why we're watching it, all right? So if you're trying to play macro environment right now and you're ignoring what's actually happening on the charts, you're going to get clobbered, all right? Here it goes. It's now holding the opening range. These bulls are so aggressive right now. I cannot explain. Very, very aggressive bulls right now. We're not coming down to any level for me to like scoop up along. Looks like I've got a little bit of lag here on Ninja Trader. What are we trading? 62s. There we go. It's back in line. All right. So remember, 185 hold on SOXL, and it goes 190. There you go. So pre-market drifted lower, trapped, came back above 185, held 185. It's going for 190. 190 breakout gets you 195 and 200. That gets you new all-time highs and just in an insane move coming up here. So all-time highs is here. We've had 1, 2, 3 micro pullbacks. 3 10 to 20 point pullbacks, and that's it. Oh my God. Okay, here's the chop starting. So you've got your opening range here. Came right up to the all-time highs. I'm surprised it hasn't taken that out already. We'll see if we can come down and test 10s to 80s, maybe previous day value area high, see if they're willing to bid somewhere around there. The moment they're holding that opening range, you're getting a sort of very low time frame broadening pattern start to develop here. Here's the 30s. I want to see us come down to between 10s and 80s right now and see what we do if and when we get down there. Don't really want it to hold the opening range. It's far too high to bid on right now. ES coming into an RBS zone as well, so need to be careful because it might just hold here and squeeze because we have big divergence. So if you watched SOXL, you would have known what I was looking at. That 180 under over, reclaimed it, ripped back up, pullback, held 185 basically to the tick, and now we're trading up towards the 190s. That's what it's trying to do. And we've got a little broadening formation here, lower time frame, which is where they're going to hurt everyone, I would imagine, in this. And I'm interested what happens down here, really. 58s, did I say? Yeah, somewhere down here, I'm interested what happens like this, if they can come back in. So some stops being popped there at the moment. Like I said, SPY and ES trying to hold its RBS zone. SPY and ES both just came back down to VWAP very, very quickly and found a bid at VWAP. Where is CL? 100.66. So holding the hundreds. What are the spiders? The S&P. I'm trying to be very patient here. What a market. What a market. Do you know the interesting thing is there actually wasn't much selling at those lows. There was a little bit of selling in like a 10-20 point range. What that really was just very, very aggressive bulls. It wasn't like lots of sellers were trapped. It was actually just very aggressive bulls on the tape today, this morning. I bought your course today, afternoon India time. Do I get access to Discord? Yeah, you have to go towards the end of the course. It tells you how to get access, my friend. So just sort of zoom through towards the end. Can we please come down and reset this thing? Ideally, before you take out pre-market all-time highs here, would be great. We've not tested 10s and we've not tested 580s yet. And we've left so many imbalances here. So this is what I was talking about. There wasn't actually a lot of selling at the lows. It was just a big drive and then more and more bids came in. There's not that much selling. There's some selling starting to happen now down towards these 10s. So these sellers might get themselves caught here. I'm waiting to see if we can retest sort of here 10s to, where did I say, 58s? That might be a bit low. Here, 85, sorry, God, can't read today. 10s to 85s is what I'm kind of looking to see if we can retest. And trap sellers there, and then I'll think about moving higher. Rejecting overnight high, yeah, but I think we will take it out. We're very, very, very bullish. It's just I'm looking for a bit of a deeper pullback before I start buying, yeah? And I want to see sellers caught, and then I'll start buying. I'm not, see how I haven't chased? I've been like, no, 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 no. I'm not chasing this. This needs to reset. So we'll watch all these like gray boxes now. Starting to get into some of these areas now. Remember, it was a big rip out this morning. We need to watch 85 SOXL under over now. Here we come. All right, are we going to trap anyone here, or do we just give this whole move back? So into VWAP, in towards the 85 SOXL. This is the start of like where it starts to perk my interest now. It's a good hold of SOXL 85s. It wants more higher at the moment. Still not in yet. I haven't seen enough people caught yet. Just trying to hold a higher low here. think it's going to break lower still. They're trying. Don't think that low auction there is good enough. It's 85, but they're trying to hold it. I still think it's going to break lower at the moment, so I'm trying to wait. Don't think they've caught enough sellers here yet. We're chopping in a node here, so from the 10s to the 85s is what I talked about. Again, okay, poor auction at that low to move away from, which stopped me buying it. But if we're now going to hold these 10s, this was the level I just talked about, wasn't it? If they're now going to hold these 10s, oh, don't you dare. Really? Seriously? Come and clean up this low, for fuck's sake. That is the worst low at 85. Don't you dare leave it like that and move away from me. I want to be a buyer here, but I do not like what I've seen on the tape. All right, so the dunk down to 85 that I was looking at, we didn't fill all the passive buyers there. We barely filled any. There was actually a market buyer there. It's the complete opposite to what I'd want to see. So I'm not convinced we've made the low here at 85, which is why I've not bought it yet. But we're starting to hold the 10s. Oh, man. Oh, man. Please come and clean out these lows. Let's do a proper auction, please. Here we go. So I'm still not buying. I need to see a new low and more excess left down here right now. Clean it out. Don't you dare make it impossible for me to trade today. Are you going to put any excess down there at all? Are you going to come to VWAP? Or are you just going to make this impossible? Man, again, why do we do this? Why do we do this as a job? This is not fun for me. It's not even 7 a.m. All right, looking to see if they clean up this low. If they clean up this low and trap sufficient shorts, here they go. They're going to clean out the low now. If they clean out this low and trap sufficiently, that was better. That's already a bit better than it was. So the rotation right now is the 10s to 85s that we talked about, or 10s to 80s. Value area low on the day is 75. We want to see basically shorts get trapped between 85 and 70 if we're going to play long. All right, this is VWAP. If they give the whole move back, I won't be taking the long, right? So if they can't trap here, if they just keep washing, we come all the way down. Okay, that's the first sign of some sellers being very aggressive now. SOXL back to 85. I'm going to need to be careful here. The divergence might kill me here this morning. I'm going to need to be careful here. Value area low here. They look like they want to extend this lower at the moment. Yep. So still no dip for me. Oh God, you just gotta laugh. What are you gonna do? All right, some sellers getting caught there at 5:30, which is in the middle of fucking nowhere. SOXL held 85. All right, there's the hold of 85. I don't want to buy this right now down here. I'm gonna have to wait. Just want to check the breadth of the market. Give me a second here, folks. Just want to check what's going on here. What's going on, Governor, on the breadth? That was a good hold. Okay. Breadth looking okay. Remember I said yesterday, chips held it up. Here's the reclaim, right? So they have to go deep. Look at the difference. If I take you to Bookmap, the difference in these auctions, right? When we were here, we had some buying at the lows here. And I said, they need to clean this out. This is not a good auction. Well, there comes the clean out. Look at the difference now. Big seller at the lows. All right, so if dips start to hold now, I'm interested in upside, right? That's the difference. Just waiting for that auction to complete. Certainly if they get it back above the 11s now and above the opening range, we're going to go. So I'm looking to see if we start to print and hold here, if there's a way of getting involved. I want to be careful if they set the lower high, but strength's coming back in. We've seen sellers caught underneath value area low, which is previous day's value area high, which is a good sign. So sellers are caught here. So I'm looking to get involved for the upside move now if we start to base. All right, so I had to be very, very, very patient this morning. God, it tested me. Okay, looking good. I just need pullbacks to hold now, really. What's this account number? There we go. All right, watch and see if VPARK previous day value area high holds here. Need to be very careful if this 10 keeps rejecting. Nice bounce SOXL. More selling coming in here. Need them to get caught. I like this pivot around 50 where we left excess under. So I'm looking to buy dips now. Feathering in probably towards, yeah, maybe 64s. What's your level here, mate? Where did you get stuck? 54s. Right, so remember, I'm trying to buy dips now. If we can start to see these sellers get stuck. We can produce a higher low here, basically. To be careful. We got to watch that 85s here. Still not in yet. Just watching here. We're coming in towards these levels where the sellers got stuck. Basically 55s around there. Need to come a bit deeper so I can make sure that you're going to hold these pivots, mate. Good reaction. All right, I've put one on there. Put one on there at previous day value area high, small size. And I'll add into the winner if we start to break and hold above that shelf at sort of 10s. Get back above now. Come on, you've done the wiggle. Don't start my day like this. Don't start my day like this. On these buys at 50s to start moving up. Come on. Please don't diverge with ES here. I don't like that on SOXL, that drive up just sold into. I'm going to be patient. I'm small size. I'm going to be patient here. I'll cut if they take out previous day value area high, and then I'll re-add in if they hold sort of 50s and 40s. And I'll add in heavy, right? As in I'll add to my winner if we start breaking back above 10s in the opening range. They might need to wash around here a little bit. Was that a sweep of the highs? No, it wasn't. We didn't take out the highs, mate, which is why I said I will buy dips if we don't take out these highs, all right? Because we've done a big squeeze, a reprice of the squeeze. What I'm looking for at the moment is these sellers here to remain stuck and now start to see this and use these stops to take this out and then get up towards here today. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm positioning myself. So remember, I missed this whole move. I ignored this move down because we're pro trend. Here was the sellers getting stuck for the first time. If we start to break above sort of 10s here and holding, then I'll start to add into the winner and look for this move. So here we go. I need to see it break above 10s here and start to hold, and then I'll start trying to add into the winner. Yes, I'm long now. Some of you saying, do I take any trades? I just said I've just got one on to see if we're ready. Versus previous day value area high. I will cut it at previous day value area high. If they're not willing to hold it because they can come and retest this buyer at 50s who's not walking up right now. We need this to be soaked basically. The problem right now is if ES puts in, it's left a double top. If it puts in a lower high here and rejects 7,500, it's going to be a problem. If SOXL can't hold, what's that, 185, it's going to be a problem. Right now, it's okay. We're just building out this high volume node, unfortunately. A lot of games here. I think we might break a little bit lower than this tiny little 1 minute candle we just did. Here we come. Might eat my stop for the first one of the day here. There's a seller coming in. So ES trying to push out that 7.5 big level, a psychological level. Q's nowhere near it. SOXL at the 185. If we lose 185, we can't be thinking about longs here. If we lose 185 on the chips, we can't be thinking about longs here. I don't want to become the liquidity today. Do I recommend an entry here? Well, like I said, I've got a starter on versus previous day value area high. It's a tough trade right now because the Qs are not moving in sync. But that's what I've got on. That's just me. Versus this. And if we fail, I will have to take it off fast because SOXL is looking very dangerous here. So I've got a hard stop here, basically at 65s. And it's starting to fail that key level now. I don't like it. I'm out. I am out. They're going to make this impossible. I will have one more go at this if they turn around. But given how they're moving today with the divergence and with the broader market having been weaker, it's going to be tricky. Sellers got caught this morning down here. All right. Sellers got caught this morning down here. 40 down to 30s. Yeah. I think it's a good cut. Look at SOXL. Already trading 83s. This is going to be hard. Looks like a pro downtrend being rejected. There's no pro downtrend. We're nowhere near a pro downtrend, my friend. Not on any time frame are we anywhere near a pro downtrend. This might just what this can do is reset the whole thing because it's been a squeeze out. Can reset the whole thing, which is why we need to be careful. If they hold 40s and 50s here, it's interesting. Again, the auction here doesn't look great. I'm going to be honest with you. It really doesn't look great. But I will play the same move. We did say that there was better excess on these candles down here. The strength in the market will come above 10s though. Chips are weak. We're diverging. ES wants to move higher. Chips want to move lower. We're diverging. It's going to make it very, very hard. I don't want to become liquidity today. Oh my God. We diverged at the open and then caught, and now we're diverging the wrong way. So if we're looking at ES, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, breadth looks good because ES is trying to move upside. It's got that sort of inverted head and shoulders look. If it breaks 500, it will go. SOXL is starting to lose its bid right now. All right, there you go. That's the difference. Why did NQ squeeze this morning the way it did? It was all because of this. All right, there's your pre-market low. Right, we talked about this. Did they stay heavy? No, they've ripped back up. They're coming into reset to the New York Open. They should really have held 85 to continue. The 85 hold should have allowed 190. We didn't take out 190 through that, 95 and 200. So this is all that matters right now for the Qs. It's the only thing that we're finding a bid in, because if you look at the breadth on the mag, right, here's your mag. Apple red, Amazon red, Google red, Microsoft red, Tesla red. All right, guess what's up? Oh, Nvidia, the chip names. Okay, so that's the problem right now. There's where we're having the divergence to the ES and other stuff. That's the deal. I don't think we're done selling here. I don't think we're done selling here at the moment. And I don't want to get caught now. Oh, where's my... We're not back at NQ, that's why. I don't want to get caught in this chop. I don't think we're done selling now. Not now, we're one under the 185. When do I think the chip bubble pop? I have no idea, my friend. Zero idea. When it's trapped enough retail in. That's all we know, right? Like, I wish I was Nostradamus, I would tell you, but we genuinely have no idea when that bubble will pop. Could be any time, couldn't it? Where's FinViz gone? Okay. Held its open print. Man, I don't want to get caught in there. I'm trying my best to sit out of this. I've already eaten a small L. I want to see it show strength now. ES really wants to break, man. You can watch 7,500 on ES. Basically, if we start breaking that, then it's go time, I would say. Oh, man. Here goes the 7.5s. Have you just washed me out into those 30s and 50s to then go? I think you have. You just... Oh! Head on brick wall day. It's head on brick wall day for Alex. Obvious manipulation. There's no manipulation here. They just came down to test the sellers. They just came deeper than I would like. This whole idea of manipulation. There's no manipulation there, my friend. They just came down to test these sellers. All right? They just came down to test these guys that got stuck here. These same guys. Right? They just came lower than I would have liked. All right? There's the sellers. They got stuck on that first pivot. They came down. More of them got stuck there. All right, so if they hold a pivot at 62s now, they've got a chance to break. And it's all about if chips are going to find a bid here, which they are trying to. They are trying to. But we are now into just look at the rotation. Look how thick we're getting here. It's very hard to pull the trigger now. Yeah, 7.5s here. Do I have another go here? Starting to see bullish build up here. I want to try and get back involved if possible. I think we've got more juice, but back to the 85s now. 185s. They start to base and hold above this. We should really go for 190s on those chip names. So now that they've reset, we'll see. Can we hold here and can I get involved? There's still no bids. The bids are still down at 50. I'm still waiting for them to walk up. Here they come. Oh, do we pull the trigger? Yeah. All right, small piece back on here. I will add again, same as before. I'll add for strength over 610s. Over 610s is where I think we start squeezing up to 640s and then new higher day. So it's the same trade as before. Okay, here we come up to 610s. Can we get over this? And I'll start to add if we get over this and hold. ES looks great. Can you squeeze through this and show me that you're ready? ES looks really good. Exactly the same as before, guys. It's basically my same entry as before as well. It's just a question of can we hold over 610s now and then start ripping up to higher day and make new all-time highs. because we didn't take out the all-time highs yet on NQ, which is good for us looking long. Okay, buyers coming in here at 610. I want to see this accelerate now and then hold a base above. Come on. Yes, going for all-time highs. Come on. Chips, don't you dare fuck this up for me. Can we turn the boosters on, please? Mr. Algo on the chip, just turn the booster on, please. I would just like to be done with my day here. I don't want to sit here all day if we're going to fuck around. Here's the 10s. Some selling here at 15s. Just want this pullback to hold 10s now. All right, adding on this pullback. Please do not die here, chip names. All right, I want to see acceleration out of 10s now. There's a little imbalance down to 600. I'm not going to let this trade go red, that's for sure. Don't you fucking dare. Back under 85s, aren't you? Of course you are. Of course you are. All right, holding POC, holding that imbalance. Be very careful on SOXL. That 185, it is a big, big level. Right, that might be enough to trap. Can we accelerate now? I've already added in. I'm not going to add any more here. Not yet. Not unless we break above that opening range high now. Come on. You've just caught that seller at 600. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Stop fucking about. Here we go. Beautiful. Thank God. I was getting worried there for a minute. Especially if I added. All right, here we go. Opening range high. And then we'll see if we get 640 and then new all-time highs. This was second attempt of the day and it's now starting to work. And you best believe I added pretty fucking heavy. Break 25s and send it. Break 25s and send it. I need to break those 25s or the opening range high. 28s. I'm looking for 28s, 38s, 50. There's a buyer caught. So we'd like to get back above 50 ideally. New all-time highs here on ES. That's how much we're lagging behind. ES is at new all-time highs right now. SOXL has found a bid now. Let's see if it can come and take 190 out and get us paid all the way up to all-time highs. Where am I going to get out? I will try and pay myself a little bit between this opening range and value area high just to lock something in. And then I'll be looking for new all-time highs, mate. And ideally today, if you can hold a runner, we're looking for 29,900. All right, here we go. All right, so I didn't chase any of this. It's taken me 2 attempts in here. I didn't chase any of this. Here's your little W. If we hold above 15s now, we should just rip faces. We've done all the hard work. You can't hear me. I don't know what to say. I'm talking loudly. All right, partial here. Fucking hell. They made this really hard today. Partial here into value area high, right here. And if we base above this, we're gone. We are gone, up, up and away. I got worried in this move here that I was not going to get any. I was thinking, well, if they come all the way up here, there's nothing I can do. But the fact that they left all-time highs was perfect because now we've got internal shorts leaving their stops here and external shorts leaving their stops here, which means this bull flag, which we identified pre-market. All right, if we can think about the extension of this now to that RBS zone. I wish I just bought down there this morning. All right, then we're looking good, aren't we? This makes sense up here. So all these moves, 800s and 900s basically, ideally. We're up nice now. I could have probably avoided that loss and waited for that recheck of these sellers that were caught into my grey box. I probably could have avoided that loss, but we'll review that afterwards. Either way, I'm going to make a bag. All right, here we go. Here's the 50s. This is where the buyer last got caught. So if you want to pay yourself a bit here because you haven't already, you can. I'm just holding on for a breakout now. Here goes ES. Come on. Go, 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 go. I want to get paid fucking big today now. Man, I tell you what, that the tape was hard, was tougher this morning. It was tough to have the patience to let it build And I think actually after yesterday, my confidence to take the second trade, it was a bit wobbly after yesterday of having 3 or 4 attempts and missing it. But here we go. This is what I was talking about this morning, right? For me, it's very hard to pull the trigger there at the New York Open for that move. Even though we know this is an RBS zone, even though we know it's a giant bull flag, it's very hard for me to just pull that trigger at the Open. It's much easier to see momentum come. That is a much easier trade to let it come back inside and trap shorts, because we didn't trap shorts at the beginning. There you go. If it's a nice 618 fib retrace, everything about it is an easier trade than that New York Open shove up. And we're now just holding and seeing how far we can go. I only trade the 1 minute. I mean, I don't trade the 1 minute. I'm looking at the hourlies and dailies. I execute on the lowest time frame possible. Ideally, once I see participants trapped, which is what we had this morning at 47 down to 25. So 947 down to 925. Which is value area low and basically previous day value area high. So the shorts, it was this candle here that got them trapped into this box here, which is also the 61 fib. That was the candle that got them trapped. I tried here, I got washed out, and then I tried again, and now we're up and away. And I added for the 10s as well. Like I told you, I'm going to add heavy at 10s because then we should go. Here we go, folks. Up, up, and away. New all-time highs coming. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So how much are we up now? We are basically up about 100 points here. Maybe just under. Maybe just under. Once we get the all-time high break, which will come. It will come. We will get this all-time high break. We will get over 100 points here. And then you can hold for 800, 900 if you want. There's a little sell-side imbalance here. The high of day auction, I will say, is good. It is good. So, you know, we're just trying to play momentum for the break. The high of day auction is good. The only reason, if I'd normally seen this high of day auction, I think we wouldn't take it out. The only reason I think we'll take it out is we didn't take out Globex. Right, so actually up here, we have lots of trap buyers. We have lots of trap buyers up here. But I think we will take it out because we didn't take this out here. So I think we'll do a shuffle and this. But I paid myself no matter what. And we'll just see if we can get runners to go today. After missing a 400-point move yesterday, I'm determined not to miss it today. And ideally, you see 50s hold here, but certainly value area high and that shelf back at 10s, right, where we broke out from. This shelf here, you'd like this low volume node in here to hold for bulls. All right, you don't want it under this 10s where I added, which is where my core now is. You want this to hold. Please don't be an arsehole. Do not be an arsehole and take out my runners. Please don't do this. 85's being checked here on SOXL. If we are just trading the asset, which won't do it, I will cry today. Because ES was so clean, and SPY wants 47s. I think 747s is the target for SPY. So they're coming back and checking that last high. There's lots of aggressive buying in here, which is not really what we would want to see. It's a good hold so far. Remember, 10s is kind of what we would want to see them hold. This low volume node, this grey box, we want them to hold that and then accelerate back out. I'm not going to add any more here. I've already paid myself. I'm not going to add any more here. Seriously. Seriously, NQ, you and me are going to fall out. You and me are going to fall out if you're not going to give me a runner. It's a big wiggle here. Jesus Christ. Very heavy selling. It's being absorbed so far. Still trying to hold on to this runner. I don't want to risk it back to 80, so I will take it off. Here we go. You're about to about to cut me out here, and you left a poor low there, which means you're probably going to make a low underneath. I think you're going to come all the way back to 80s, aren't you? All right, I'm done with it. I will add back in. Man, I need it now to basically reset 85 and then reclaim. If you knock me out and go, I'll be very upset. They didn't finish the auction at the low there. They should do a little swipe lower like that. There is a buyer here at 600. I will re-add in if they trap shorts again. Thank you, making it very hard with SXL. So SXL failed to make a new high there. 85 still the level. 185 still the level on SXL. We get real strength on a 190 break, basically. Here we go. They still didn't swipe that low, which is kind of weird. And it's just bids showing up at 600. I think they will get filled. You assholes. Here comes the Alex trader. You might be right. I'll get back in though if it does come. I'll get back in if it does come. Remember, ES and SPY made new all-time highs. They're coming back to test that sort of pre-market high pivot right now. Meta green, Microsoft green, Nvidia green, Oracle green, AMD's gone red to green now. It's just can Google, Amazon, Apple can find a bid, and can probably the likes of TSM, MU, INTC find a bid to squeeze out today. Still no re-entry for me. There you go. There's the new low. Like I said, it hasn't finished this auction on this low now either. So it's probably going to come and check point of control. Well, this is lame. This is lame. Have to be aware now. If they lose value at previous day value area high, current day value area low, I have to consider the short now based on 2 failed breaks. Don't want to, but I will have to technically consider it. So if we lose this with a good auction up here and a failure to make a new high, I will have to consider that. I don't really want to trade that, but if we lose this, I have to consider the short under that because it will mean all this is stuck. So this is a play. Otherwise, I'm going to look for this still because we haven't repaired this. So I still think we're going to go upside, but I'm just saying if we lose this guy here, I have to consider the short. It's not ideal, but it's just what's setting up right now. So I have to be adaptable to it. No shorts. Well, we'll see. If we stay heavy underneath previous day value area high, it means we're not finding acceptance above it, and then we have to consider a rotation. Not beforehand. I'm not saying short now. I'm saying if we lose it, right? If we lose it. Until then, yes, we're thinking longs. I agree with you. Until then, we're thinking longs. Just if we lose 570, 550, and we stay heavy there, we have to stop thinking longs at that point. Just from a technical point of view. All right, ES looks good. SOXL still holding that 185. You can see the importance here. I will get back in if we start to base here and hold again. We have like a little sell side imbalance here up towards 38. We had a lot of buyers get trapped up here, so I'm not going to get in front of them. Buyers got trapped at 23s to 35s. We've got to get back above them. See that opening range high. Yes, looks like it wants more. SOXL held LT5 again. Do I feather in a little piece here? Feels a bit risky. Feels a bit risky with those buyers stuck here at the moment. Still flat at the moment. I need these buyers to be unstuck. In here, I'll show you. These guys are a little bit stuck right now. That's why we keep rejecting it. If we get back above them and hold, then I think we've got a shot. But at the moment, if we keep fading, if these buyers become sellers, and if all this buying, this is why I'm saying, if we come under here, if all this buying becomes sell side, we will fail today. So I don't want to be a seller, but if we start selling under 65s and 50s and staying heavy, I have to at least stop thinking longs, and maybe I'll consider that short under there. Right, we're right into where these buyers were. This is the little imbalance that we have up here into 38s. If we get above this, then I think we're good again to go long. But at the moment, we're not. We keep getting stuck where I just showed you these buyers. They are currently a little bit stuck on the tape. SOXL is just doing a dance at 185. It makes me very nervous that we've not moved aggressively away from it today. We're just in a range. We're basically right at the midpoint of the range. We're right at previous day's close on SOXL right now. We made another all-time high. Not on, well, overnight we did on NQ, but not in the New York session. ES did. ES did, Spiders did, but SOXL didn't, and NQ didn't. So there's the divergence. See, these buyers are still stuck up here. Oh, break my mic. Buyers are still stuck up here. They are going to be a problem. Not XOL, SOXL, or SOX you can look at. It's the semiconductor ETF. It's why NQ has found a bid the last 34 days. The breadth on the market, like we talked about, has been very bad. If you looked at the ad decline line yesterday, it's very bad. For a market to make a new high and the ad decline line be so poor, it's very, very, very bad. What I'm trying to tell you is 70% of the market is not moving up. You've got a very narrow amount of the market making new all-time highs. That narrow amount of the market is basically AMD, INTC, NVIDIA, MU, TXN, I don't know, any of those. I haven't looked, but probably like SMCI, stuff like that. All those like 30 names to do with like quantum, AI, chip infrastructure, all those names are basically cycling money through them. It's like a little powerhouse of like, we need more chips, we need more data centers, we need more data centers, we need more manufacturing, we need more manufacturing, we need more this, we need more quantum, and they just keep paying themselves, you know. Oh, we're going to invest in you, they're going to invest in them, they're going to invest in that, they're going to invest in that. So you got this little bubble which is just accelerating higher. You look outside of that bubble, are you seeing new all-time highs made? No. Are you even seeing prints over the 50-day moving average? In a lot of them, no, you're not. Omen triggered this morning again. When was the last trigger? Do we have a cluster, or is that just a one-off trigger? I mean, it doesn't if there's no breadth, it's not surprising, is it? That's exactly how it works. But when we start getting clusters, we'll see it. Is it a good idea to slowly buy SQQQ when the bubble pops? I mean, it's a tradable asset. Swinging it, I have swung it before, and you will know, like this week I traded SOXS on a swing, made a bit of money, took it off. You just got to understand, if you're trading like the triple leveraged, they do run on the options, and they will eat up some of your margins. So just be aware of that, especially for swinging. So we're still stuck at where these buyers keep getting stuck. Once we start breaking through 36s, I'll start to look to re-enter long. You might be like, well, that's later than the price you could have got at 97. It is, but it's going to confirm that these buyers are back in the game. So here we go. So we're right at their level. I'm going to add back in now on this next dip down that holds. Has to hold here into this level. Added. Well, I say added, first position. All right, so I'm in now because those buyers are back in control. And I really do not want price now to come back under 09s. And I'd much rather we hold this little node at 31. So I'm long now because we're back above those buyers paying. Here we go. Much better. So I'm trying to manage my risk here. I would like to see a 50 break here and then new all-time highs. So this is the second attempt at this trade. Here we go. So first attempt, we made lots of money. We pulled back. We took the runners off break even. Then we wait. The buyers got trapped. We're back above that buying level, which I showed you. Told you above 35s, I'll look to get long again. Here we go. We should now take out all-time highs. It's done enough work now to take out all-time highs. It's like a giant cup and handle, basically, with a little W pattern. All right, there's the W. There's the hold of the W. Came a bit deeper than I would have liked. We'd like this now, wouldn't we? And we'd like an acceleration up here so we can make mega money. We're looking for mega money today. What's the C2 price? C2 is at 780. C1 is at 905. Right, we do not want these buyers to get back stuck again. All right, so the buyers came in 35 to 25. We really don't want price under them. We do not want price under 25 right now. If they hold here, I will consider another add because sellers are getting absorbed right now. I want this buyer under 25 to move up though. Can you move up on the tape, please, mate? I don't like this vacuum you're leaving. Here they come. All right, added. I've added. And I'll add again on a break. Value area high here. If you want to take profit, you can. I'm not. I'm adding. I want to see this imbalance filled. Go, 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 go. Don't you dare. Go, 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 go. Here they come. They're looking for 700s now. Taking a little piece off there because I was quite aggressive. We filled a little imbalance. I do think a new all-time high is coming now, folks. Just took a few attempts to do it. So we filled that imbalance from this morning. We have a buyer caught at 81s. And then after that, go. ES new all-time high. SOXL finally has stopped fucking around and is moving up towards the 90s. So 190 break on SOXL would really help us. We're currently at previous day high here at 88.50s. 190 break on SOXL will get us to 195, 200. 200 is the big level that we looked at a couple days ago. I even posted about it on my X platform. That's where we might peak out. So we look good here. All the time we're printing and holding above 36 to 25s. We look very, very good. Here we go. Turn the boosters on. Fucking send it. Get Alex paid so he can relax for the day. Send it, send it, send it. Going for Globex here. Globex is all-time high. Once we get through that, we've got two lots of stops there like we talked about, right? This lot and this lot. New York lot and Globex lot. Through that, we should get a face ripper. We will be selling some partials into it and then seeing if we can get up here. If I've got the balls to hold that long, we will see. Have I got the cojones to hold that long? Cojones? Do I trade the Russell? I don't, mate. I don't really touch anything small cap other than individual names. Most of the names in the Russell are a bit shit. So I'm not keen to be a buyer in that market. Remember, ideally, we want to be a buyer 80% of the time in the indexes. So good hold of value area high here. Again, 50s could be retested. We certainly don't want it below 36 to 25s. Ideally, we just hold this and keep printing. Paid myself some, and I'm just trying to hold on from a call position to just really start going now. There's IB high, new high day, new all-time highs coming here, folks. It took 2 attempts. We lost 10, 20 points first attempt. We made very good money second attempt, and we're making good money here third attempt as well. So this will be the 3 trades for the day. I don't really want to do anything else now other than this. I just want to try and let it work. Again, if you learned anything from me today, hopefully it was patience, all right? When you were like, we should have done this and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, turning chat off. I need to let it reset. All right, you would have heard me say, I need to let it reset. We're in a straight squeezer. I need to let it reset. There's the reset. Opportunity 1, opportunity 2, and we are away. All right, I don't chase price. We do not chase price. We wait for pullbacks into good areas. We wait for shorts to get trapped. We wait for buyers to take control again. We do not chase price. If you learn anything, hopefully you learned that. Because it's very easy to sit here, and a lot of you did this to me this morning. Oh, but you knew it was 450. I did know it's 450. I did. That didn't give me what I wanted for an entry. All right. And it's very easy to sit here and watch it in the space of 15 minutes do, what's that? Almost 200 points. Is that 200 points? 150 points to be like, oh, I have to buy it. It's very easy for your brain to go, I have to buy it. Or it's too high, too quick. I have to short it. Now, what you need to do is just let it tell you when it's ready. Do not chase price. All right, 700's coming up here. Hopefully we can just get this clean breakout. ES new all-time highs. QQQ very, very close. Guess who's being a bit of a pain in the butt? It's Mr. SOXL. Once we've got a double top up here, once we get through this 190, I think it's kaboom time. But we want to be taking a profit into all-time highs here. We've had big buyers come and step in and support the bid at 70s, which is great. I think it's coming here. We've got lots of sellers here, 87 to 700. I think we should swipe them very, very quickly. It should be like a straight shot up and just take them all out. And you want to be selling partials in that shot up. Yes, new high day again. Tinnitus in my ear, sorry. We don't want it under 50, really. Ideally, we support 70. But if they do a little shuffle here down to 50, that's okay. We need SOXL to find a bid here now. Still looks good. I'm still holding this. I still think we're okay. I've paid myself some. But we've got a nice core position. I added on the break. I think we're going to be okay. Looks good. Looks really good. It's a nice RBS hold just here again. We just want extension now. I just want to get a ton of size off up here and then just relax into it and let it try and work for the day. Here we go. Come on, swipe them out. Swipe them out. You've done a dance. Swipe them out. Take them all out. Take them all out. Straight through the 700s. Big old swipe. Pay Alex. Pay the team. And then Alex can go on holiday tomorrow. Come on, baby. Very, very close here. Come on. Come on, up you go. Up you go. Through all these sellers, please. Yes, another new high of day. SPY coming into a call wall at 747. Remember I said that's probably your main target today. So if you're trading the spiders, you probably want to pay yourself here. This better break soon, because if spiders fail 747 and chips fail 190, we're not going to get our all-time high break. I think we will get it, but I'm just saying these have got to go soon because of where we're timing it. If you're looking at the spiders, 747 is the level. That's your big call wall. It's your biggest call wall today. Come on. Please. Three, two, one. Yeah, I was 1 second off. There we go. All right. Lift, 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 lift. Squeeze now. You can squeeze now because I'm in it. I was upset with you doing it earlier, but I'm in it now. It's right. New all-time highs hit. 700s is your next wall. We're paying ourselves here, and then we're runners now, looking for 780s and 900s. All right, but we've just paid ourselves. Thanks very much. Thanks a bunch. Don't doubt me in the mornings, please. Please be a bit patient with me in the mornings. We did a short about it yesterday. I won't win every trade out the gate. All right, I'm not the kind of guy who can just long here, even though I know it's a great buy area. I need to see price develop, and now we've had it develop and we are well positioned. Here we go. Brilliant. All right, spy through the 747s. All right, so make sure if you are trading the ETFs today, certainly if you're trading options, you want to be paying yourself some here. All right, we've just hit a major, what are you doing? That's not what I want. I want the funds. All right, major call wall here into 47s. There's your call wall. All right, this is your profit-taking zone. If you find a gigantic squeeze today, we can keep drifting higher. But this was your main zone today. Just be aware of that, right? Do not look for all of this with all your size. You know, pay yourself 50, 60, 70, 80% into here. And hopefully we keep going. But, you know, we must pay ourselves when we're trading, right? When we come into big levels, we must pay ourselves. I'm going to delete that now. SOXL will not break out here, folks. So I'm down to small size now. Hopefully we can get acceptance higher. But if we start failing up here, it will be the IB rotation trade. But we've made our money no matter what. All right, now I'm prepared to look at chat and see what you lot are all saying. Maybe the hate has stopped now. Maybe some people a bit more chilled out now in chat. All you had to wait for was like 30 minutes to start trading with me, basically. All right, let's see. All right, looks like lots of you getting this with me. I'm off stream tomorrow, yeah. I mean, I might come on for 30 minutes in the morning, but I'm done. Brother, how to overcome FOMO and trading without setups. I want to get rid of these dangerous habits. Sometimes I traded without stop loss and blown all my profits. Well, like, there's nothing I can do to guide you because you already identified it, right? You've already said what you do. So I can't make you not do it. But you want to put guardrails in for yourself. So like if you're a guy that trades without stops, start trading with a like a bracket order, a worst case scenario. Start putting stop losses on your actual accounts. Make your broker take you out if you have a max loss day. Like do as much as you can to protect yourself. Alex bought the course last Friday. I can't get access to the indicator, although I bought it. I've emailed you and messaged you. Where have you emailed me, Malik? Did you do that this morning? Check my spam in case it's in there. I can't see anything. Well, there's quite a few of you in spam by the looks of it. Can you send me an email now, Malik, please? info@flowzonetrader.com. And we can check it while you're on stream. Yeah, so if you just do that now, I can check. Well, it's starting to hold this IB high, which is great. I don't want to see price come back below 82s now. I'm going to be stubborn on the runners. I'm not even looking at it. My stops are in and I'm just watching. Chips are not moving. They're trying, mate. They're trying. They're just slowly. We've got a double top high here. All right, so I think once we get through this previous day high, it's actually more like a quadruple top, basically 88.50 towards 190s. Once we 190 is the target. Once we get through that, it's boom time. But yeah, that's why it doesn't matter. We paid ourselves no matter what. Alex, when a buyer or seller exits his position, does it disappear from Bookmap? Well, if he's a market seller, it goes onto the market side of it, right? If he's a passive seller, then he'll be a limit and he'll get filled and you'll see price move through it. If he never gets filled, right, you'll see historical data of the horizontal lines which remain on the book. If he gets filled, you'll see it like leave. If he doesn't get filled, you'll see it remain on the book. Right, so if he pulls orders, it remains on the book, like to the left historically. Here comes the squeeze, folks. We look good. Right, so we're looking for 780 and then 900. 780 and 900 on these runners. We look fantastic right now. This is what we had to wait for today. Big buyers coming in here. Here we come. Squeeze. They're fucking all over it now. We're looking for the 190 break on SOXL. Everything's starting to line up. We had such big divergence this morning, but we are out of the divergence. We're starting to see the lineup now, which is what we wanted. It's what we wanted. You added heavy on 610 hold? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I added here and I added on the break as well. And now I'm just down to small size. Angeline, I didn't wait. I lost 500, but now I've made it all back. Nice work. Nice work. Is my previous day point of control based on 9:30? Yes, 9:30 to 4 o'clock, mate. Jimbo, can I buy your course with this payout and finally learn how to add to winners? Yeah, nice, man. We did that well today. We did that well today. Yeah, exactly, Alex. There's always going to be, or you didn't buy the lowest. Yeah, because I don't guess the bottoms. I mean, we knew this was an area. This is the hard thing with trading, right? We knew there's a reason that this was the area. We talked about it. There's your gamma. There's your previous day point of control. There's your previous day close. There's the new day open, and there's the current week point of control. We knew this was a big area, but like what I would have liked, how would I have bought this open? What I would have liked to see is like a little shuffle like this. Then I can buy this and risk this, and we're gone. What I'm not going to do is watch this break and break and break and break and break and buy like a little 1 minute flag. There's just no way I'm doing that. I would rather reset, have a go, take the loss, have another go, big win, have this, have another go, add into the winner, pay myself a good chunk, and now we just see how far we go. That's, for me, that's a much easier trade to manage than trying to worry about all this price action, which is just unidirectional. And remember, someone said it's chop. I'm like, it's not chop. It's very bullish direction. We just have to wait for that, right? So that is what, like an M15 pullback on a lower time frame. It's a failure to break lower where we saw sellers get stuck. We talked about these sellers stuck here into this key pivot. And we are up and away now. The only thing we're waiting on right now is that 190 break on SOXL. If it can't do it, it's going to be problematic. Alex, I signed for your newsletter. Where can I get the free indicator? The free indicator you just have to sign up for as well. Which of the chip names are the main ones I look at? I look at the index, mate, rather than the individual names. I look at the index, right? So what I've been looking at today and the last couple of weeks is this. All right, so remember this morning we said the 180 is a big level because they were opening under it. So this morning, there's your previous day close. This morning we were gapping down. We lost the pre-market low. While this was happening, all right, NQ was doing this. And ES was doing this, and I was like, I'm not comfortable with that. That's big divergence. So I didn't trade the open. Then we got the ripper on SOXL, all right? And then NQ ripped even harder. It took out previous day high, but it missed the 190. So I was saying, all right, this probably needs to come back down to the 85s. There's the 85s, all right? We do a little dance here, inverted head and shoulders, right? Into the New York Open, holds this pivot, reclaims the 85s, and then from 85s, it's trying to get up to 190, all right? Above this, we're into this. The moment here, there is supply here from Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, here. Is this Monday? Yeah. This is the supply block from Monday. All right, once we get through that, we're in price discovery, which is why I'm saying the 190 is massive. There's your 190 level. All right, so once we get through that, we have a chance to start expanding because we're being price discovery in the chips and in everything else. But we don't long up here now, do we? Like, we don't long up here now. The longs were where the sellers were caught. Has this knocked me out? I didn't even check. Oh, it's very close. 80 is my stop. We might get an Alex trade on the runners, but no matter what, we is cooking. No matter what, we is cooking, mate. Ah. One of my accounts filled an ad and one didn't by the looks of it. Or one did and three didn't. Whatever. runner might get taken out here, which is fine. It's giving back 50 points on the runner. Just trying to give it a little bit of room, but I'm not going to give it too much room. Can always add back in if I really am adamant on having another go. Catch up with a few more of these questions while this wiggles out. Looks pretty close to taking my stop here. There are some buyers here at 87. My stop's at 80. So ideally, these buyers step up and leave my stop in just for once. Maybe we can get a trade to go 200-300 points with a runner for Alex. They're trying to absorb the tape here. They're trying to hold this IB. There is a buyer here at 85. Like the other buyer's down at 70, so if they want to fill him, I'll get washed out. But this looks okay so far. Nice, good hold. Get back above 700 and show me strength over 710s. Come on. I could move my stop up a bit to 85 now, because if we take 85, we're going to go 70. So, I mean, I'm going to move it up slightly onto this guy here, just to protect a bit more, just in case. An extra 5 points in the bank. Just struggling at these sevens here. Chips won't go. They will not go for me today. Okay, I'm going to stop even looking at it. Otherwise, I'll micromanage it. When is the new indicator coming? Well, it got approved yesterday. I've just got the artwork done, but I'm away on vacation this weekend. So hopefully next week. Next week. Would I ever look for retest pre-market before the open? What do you mean? This? Do you mean this move here? Do you mean literally this move here, like 2 minutes before? I mean, this is the level, right? Like, how do I know we're not going to sweep these guys out and reclaim? I just can't. It's very hard for me to just play bullish here without a hold of a level. Right, a hold of a level. It came into the level, but I'm always looking for a hold of a level. Remember I said here this morning, there weren't any sellers caught down here. The sellers caught down here. All right, I'm out. Done with it. Oh, you bastard. Well, awful day. Awful day. Okay, there weren't any sellers caught this morning at the lows. I can show you where we opened up. All right, there's a little bit in this opening candle, but it was very light, right? Very light, 80 lot and 65 lot. And we had these imbalances lower. So I was questioning, would price come and fill these and then react? So I didn't want to jump the gun in this opening 5-minute print. Now, the opening 5-minute print, clearly it's a 5-minute breakout here. All right, it's clearly what happens is a 5-minute breakout. And then we're up and away, aren't we? And we don't get, look, you get an 87 lot try and sell into this pivot. But really what you see is a very, very aggressive tape. I look at the difference that aggressive buying, aggressive buying, aggressive buying, aggressive buying, a little bit of selling, aggressive buying, aggressive buying, aggressive buying. I mean, this candle here is ridiculous. You're talking about like 1,000 lots traded around the 600 break. Aggressive buying, aggressive buying, aggressive buying, and then finally you get some guys stuck at the highs, right? This is why I'm saying the auction at the high was pretty good. Thank God we hadn't taken out, right? If we'd seen that high and we'd taken out this, then I wouldn't have been interested in trading long. The fact that we left the stops there meant, okay, I think there's a very, very good chance we come up for more. So what we had to wait for then was a reset, all right? The reset. Where did the reset come down to? Where this seller got himself a little bit caught, right? And under here, we look at the delta. This is why I said 40 to 30s. I think I said 50s. This guy here, 50s to 30s was the level to hold. But I really wanted it to hold previous day value area high. That was my stop. I think somewhere here I had a go. Somewhere in here I had a go of getting long and took a stop out for, I don't know, what, 20 points. All right, I was looking for that. And then we had the second go at the same trade. So I took a 20-point stop, second go at the same trade, and we went. So a really good shove up. Sold some into here, stopped out in the money. Finally, we see sellers get aggressive at a key level and get stuck. These guys here. That's the aggression, right? Market seller, market seller, market seller. Do we move lower on them? No. If you remember, I said the key level was where these buyers were. These guys here. And I was like, we need to get back above them. I think I said 10s, 610s. So 610s to 628s or something, or 618s. There you go. Memory's poor. Once we got back above that, long, and I'm adding for the breakthrough each guy's pain. So long here, long through the 50s, adding all the way up, selling into pops at the high, moving my stop up to protect the initial balance high. They've just done the Alex trade and taken me out. Of course they have. Of course they have, which is fine. We've made the money. I don't care at this point. Like, who cares at this point? It's, if I need to get back in, I will. Maybe I'll see if there's something else I can trade. I don't really want to risk the money I've just made. Yeah, smash that like button, folks. To over 2,000 of you here. You know, you've probably caught with me this morning some decent moves. 80 odd points there. And then this one, you might still be in it. 10s, was it? Yeah, 10s. You got 100 points out of this and you might still be in it. And if you can hold it and we hit targets today, all right, then you'll get 300 points out of this. This is the next one to get to. So that's your 170 point trade. That's your 300 point trade. It's very possible. ES is still making new highs. We just need the chips to go. If chips go, you get it. If chips go, you get it. We'll play catch up. ES targets. Cool Wall 1 is 550. Cool Wall 2 is 540. That's where it's trying to go. 540, 550. That's where it's trying to go. Do you know what happens to consistency if you had a 1K win, 1.2K loss, and today 1.4K win? Do I need to lose money or am I cooked? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're trading with, what your consistency percent is. So I have no idea what to say to that. There's no details in it. Check the rules with who you're trading with. If you have a 50% consistency, you'll need to win. You'll need to make another 1,000. What, you had a 1K win, 1.2K loss, your biggest day can't be more than 50% normally, so you'll need to make another 1,400 or whatever it is. Lucid Flex is very simple. You got to make 3,000. You can't have, like, your biggest single winning day can't be more than 1,500. That's it. So you're fine. So all you need to do is make the remainder of the money up. Oh, God damn it. Oh, I'm exhausted now. I am exhausted now. On the order at 611, I marketed in on 611. Where was 611? Down here. I marketed in, I think in here on the pullback. Was it here? I'm trying to remember where it was. Here. I think it was this one. First time round. I can't remember which one. I think I added on here, and this one I added in here, and then I added on a 50 break because it's where the buyer was. Once he got into control, I added on that break. I added heavy as well. I was not fucking around today. Once it was ready to go, I was ready to go with it. Is it house hunting? No, probably not on this trip. Just more like seeing if we enjoy the city a bit. Yeah, chips are having a hard time, man. They can't get through that 190. There's no doubt about it. They're still producing higher lows, though. But I would agree with you. There is absolutely no doubt about it. They are having a bit of a hard time over there. How long have we got left? Another hour here. We should really see if there's something else we can get involved in here, I guess. It's going to be the best idea, isn't it? Rather than sat here doing nothing. I'm not going to trade these accounts, so maybe we try something else. Sorry. Big yawn. My data's gone. Fantastic. All right, let's just save this and close it down again then. Looks good. Anyone still long? You look good. You look good. We've washed me out. And you look good. Looks really good. I mean, certainly you haven't heard me talk about short today. I said we'll be short today if we come underneath some of those key levels and leave buyers trapped. We haven't seen that. You're just seeing this print higher and higher and higher. Yeah, Texas this weekend, man. Still in small 2 micros. That's good, though. That's good. Can we get some data, Ninja? There we go. To do a reset there. All right, you've had seen selling at higher day, so I don't think the high's in yet. I think you've got more. I don't think the high's in yet. I think you've got more. And you're still building for that break on the chips. So, yeah, I mean, really, we'd be saying all dips versus where do those sellers get stuck? 75. As long as they hold 75, 675s, and they're going to try and look for upside. So if you're still long, you want that to be held. Ideally, they hold 700s for you. What do I think about auto trail stops? I mean, I guess they're good for runners if you want to maximize stuff in, if you're using like a tick percentage, but you know, they don't think about swing points or trap participants. So, you know, you'll probably get knocked out more often than not, I would imagine. Unless there's a way of setting it to a swing point or an ATR, making it an intelligent AI-based trail. But normally it's like you'd be trailing like a EMA, or you could do an auto trail on EMA, or you could do an auto trail on ticks or points. It probably will not help you that much, but it will help you maximize your gains, I guess. But what I'm saying is you'll get knocked out before the move happens a lot of the time. All right, like I said, I think a new high of day is coming because I don't think the high looks very good up here. We've had strong selling, 170 lots selling at 25s, and he is going to get hurt, I would imagine. And I don't think we've finished. I think we want to come all the way up here. Here's another little W. So if they're going to hold this, they're going to start to extend. And again, once 190 breaks on SOXL, I think market really gets going. But we're in price discovery. Do you change how you handle runners on a day like today, their stops and TPs, when you have had an intraday account? buffer building. What do you mean? Do you change how you handle runners on a day like today with their stops when you have an intraday? Do you mean an intraday drawdown account and you're trying to build the buffer? If you're trading intraday drawdown, you need to be maximizing your profits at highs. So you probably need to, if you're building that buffer, you need to have your stops closer. You don't want to oversize, because if you get 50 points back on a big swing, you're going to eat your drawdown, right? So you want to be taking out partials aggressively at key levels and moving your stop aggressively into the money. All right, I still think this is going to break higher here. I think you're about to see a new leg and squeeze coming here, because they've just dipped into an imbalance and into this shelf and held it. And they're trying to build for the 190 break on the chips. I think they are getting close. What would the measured move be of the IB? $800. And look at that. And the measured move 100% would be 900 basically. So 800, 900. Yeah, it lines up perfectly, doesn't it? 800. If we say 800 and 900, GEX level 2 is 780, 800. GEX level 1 is 905, 900. Right, so that's what they're trying to do. Again, like I cannot say it enough, you need to be watching the chip names. Mags all gone red to green other than Amazon and Google. So I'll give you a readout. Tesla 0.30% up. Nvidia just under 4% up. Why? Because it's a chip. Meta 0.85% up. Google weak 1.17% down. Amazon weak just under 1% down. Apple flat on the day. We look at the broader names. AMD red to green 1.5% up. If we look across like AVGO 4.60% up. We can find some other ones here like INTC will be pumping, no doubt about it. All of these things will have moved off the lows today. So this is what's slowing the market down. If this gets going and breaks out, then you same with this. You need these names to break out. If these can't break out, then it means this is going to struggle, all right, to get this break. You want those names we just looked at to start turning around, all right, because this needs to do this for NQ to really start going. If you see failures in these names, NQ is going to struggle to move too much higher. So that's why we have one eye on that right now, because it's such a big part of this move. It's where all the momentum's coming from. Big buying at these highs. They're trying to get a high day break here. So the big seller is at 25s. Once he gets out of the way, you probably get a new leg and squeeze out for those of you who are still holding. Here it comes. So here's the big seller at 25, and we should squeeze straight through this all the way up to 50 now. That's like I said, they've done the trap again. This is the same kind of move as we see all the time, that little micro inverted head and shoulders or W here, 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 here. There's the pullback that holds, and we should now extend this range. Where do we see this again? Here, 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 here. There you go. Here it goes. Here it goes. There you go. Beautiful. So you should try and get up to 50s here. And then through then, you know what you're looking at. You know what we're looking at. Here you go, folks. Big buys coming in here. If you don't accelerate through this, you want to take some profit. That is a huge, huge buyer coming in here. 300, 400 lot. They're still buying it. They're still buying it. Should get to 50s. Do not let this collapse on you. Do not let this collapse on you. 25 will need to remain bought up. If they can't hold 25, you're going to have buyers stuck at high day, because that's the first time we've had excess up there. Hopefully, they keep going. But I'm just telling you what's just happened on the tape. So if they can't hold 25s here, I would be slightly concerned, because that is a serious amount of buying up here at 35s and 30s. So hopefully you can continue to break here so you can keep holding your runners. So 50s and 75 next levels on the tape. Here you go. Beautiful. Here's the 50s. And then you're looking for 75. And really what you're looking for is 800 and 900, isn't it? 800 and 900. SOXL's still trying to get up to that 190. It's currently trading at 89. So once he gets 190 break, you're going to be good. Here we go. Here's the 50s. More selling at the highs. So I think you're not done yet. I think this can keep moving higher. There you go. There's the move higher. Really, we should be aiming for this right now. The 50s, I still think it's got more in it. Ideally, now you hold 37s on any pullback. 37s to 25s, but 37s would be good because that's where a huge amount of buying came in. So there's the 50s tag. It's your whole number tag. ES is still going. So remember, ES wants 540 and 550. And ideally for you, you hold 37s here. Ideally for you, you hold 37s. If you lose 37s, you probably come and test 25s. So here's the 37s. They have to hold this. If you lose this, you probably come and test 25s. You've had a huge amount of buying the last 3 minutes. TP at 52s. Did you get hit? No, you didn't. They missed you. Hopefully you get it on this turnaround. Don't be a dick for a tick, though, okay? Don't be a dick for a tick. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom and get a refill, and I will be back. Just keep holding those longs if possible. Oh, nice. Well, one of you got your fill at 52. I still think it wants more. Auction's not finished at the high. Still wants more. More. It's not done yet. More. I can tell you now. It's not done. New high day coming. There you go. New high day. You should squeeze through and hit 75 now. There you go. No, I'm not done. Not done with this, not by a long shot. All right, you're getting into this cool wall. You're going to see a wiggle here. You want to be locking in some profit here. Anyone who had bollocks bigger than me, I'm a bit upset now because that's another 100 points I've missed on the runner. But it looks good. Into here, 780. This is your 1.5 measured move of the IB as well as a cool wall through here. This is your 100% move of the initial balance. And this is cool wall 1. We gave these targets beginning of the day. We wanted to get long on a hold of this for here and here. All right, you're into those levels. Make sure you're starting to lock in. Should I add more? No. Don't be adding up here, Benny. No chance, mate. Imagine you're buying up here. This is the most premium price of all time, right? The best buy this morning was yesterday's fair value. We couldn't buy there, so we bought as close to it as we could. Right? We don't buy the most extreme premium price, right? The fact that you haven't got enough size on to make you happy, that's your ego playing games with you. Don't you worry about your ego. Right? You worry about what's in front of you. Do not pay attention to your ego. If I paid attention to my ego this morning, I would have chased this up. Now, possibly it would have paid me. Possibly it would have chased late and got killed. Ignore that little ego. That annoying little chimp on your shoulder whispering in your ear, buy the high of day. Buy it, buy it. Don't listen to it, all right? Do not listen to that thing. Auction at the high is starting to look pretty good now. There's a lot of aggressive buying at these highs now. Right, a lot of aggressive buying at these highs. If they don't find acceptance higher now, this can be a dive back down, certainly to 24s and then to 705s again. So just be careful. It's like I said, this was the target, wasn't it? 780s was your first target. Like Lord of the Ring, yeah. Precious. Give me your money, precious. We should call it the Gollum trade, because your face would look like Gollum afterwards if it punished you. Good day in the end. Good day in the end. I'm going to be upset if we hit 900 and I didn't hold it, but that's okay. It's okay. We had the right reads again. We just had to be patient again, as always. What indicators am I using? This Gex is from a company called Tanuki. You'd have to pay for it. It's a monthly subscription. And then my Flow Zone Pros. And just VWAP. This is not an indicator. This is anchored volume profile. Come on, SOXL. Just get through the 190. Get my team paid big. Because I'm not going to get back in this now. But if we can break 190 and get up to 195, then the YouTube gets paid big. Right, we have a big boy seller up here, 790s. All right, you got a 624 lot on the tape at 790s. Be aware of that. You might get some front running. So they're trying to, or he's trying to advertise price to make price come up to him. Now, in an ideal scenario for you lot who are still long, he runs away. He lets price come up and he moves higher and higher and higher and lets price chase him. That would be the most ideal scenario. The last time we saw a player this big on the tape was the old all-time high, which was Monday. Monday, there was an 800 lot and we only managed to fill 200 of him, which is interesting because this is now a 600 lot, which meant he would have had 600 lot left. So let's see. Let's see if it's the same scenario. How much is the flow zone indicator? A version of it, a simplified version of it, comes for free when you do the beginner to advanced course. I think the upgrade's like 200 or 300. The Ninja Trader one's slightly more expensive. It might be like, I can't remember if it's 300 for TradingView and 400 for Ninja Trader, just because the coding is cost me a lot of money. All right, here they go. They're trying to get up to this 625 lot at 790. I can't believe how aggressive the bulls are. It's quite something, honestly. It is actually quite something to see. You're approaching that 190 again on SOXL. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-minute bar attempts to get up here. I would say pay yourself some money on the break. You want to be very careful of a failed breakout on SOXL of 190. Hopefully they break and hold, and then you're going to get the 29,900 move. And who's to say you don't go 30,000 today at this point, honestly? At what point of trading would you say it's best to put money into indicators? What do you mean, into indicators? Indicators shouldn't identify, like, all they should do is support your thesis. All right, someone asked this morning, well, why aren't you buying here? Well, okay, we flipped some EMA clouds and we went above it, but we haven't retested it. Look how extended from the EMA clouds are. Once we come down, we retest lower time from algo and New York Open, and we go back into a buy. Now we're supporting trending action, aren't we? Now we're supporting that action. And this guy's still at the book. He's still on the book. 624 lot at 790. Your gamma level is 780. It's also the 1.5 measured move. You must be locking some in up here if you've got enough size to do so. Here they come. So 80s the gamma, 90s is the seller on the book. It's a 100-point miss from me on my runner. That's tough, because that is another $2,000 each account that I've missed. So 2, 4, 6, that's $8,000 I've left on the table here. I don't think my stop was bad. Maybe I could have risked RBS, which is what I needed to risk. There we go. What's the website for the options? Tanuki. All right, here you go. Is the 70s. Remember, 80s is gamma, 90s is the big seller. I just keep looking at the ES 5-minute chart. It is bonkers. QQQ coming into 722 as well. That's your second biggest call wall. So that's lined up well. 722 is our 780s. So QQQ 722 is 780s. 725 is our 905s. All right, so these are the same. If you're trading the Qs, you're into profit-taking scenario here. If he gets through the big seller, you're going long to 900. Well, I mean, it's very risky because remember, that's a big passive seller at 790. So if you get through him, you are going to have, at a very minimum, 625 lot buy side delta up there. Yeah. I wouldn't be using that as a place to go long. That's very possible an exit. Alex, thank you again. Having a great day. Appreciate you. You're welcome, mate. When can we jump back in? Well, you'd need a big reset, wouldn't you? You'd need a reset. You'd need, if you're thinking about longs, you'd probably want to see sellers get caught. We're not seeing that at the moment. We're just seeing aggressive buying. Remember, the easiest longs are like retests of key levels where sellers get over ambitious. Right, but this is a big move, right? We can come right down here and reset. If they're done with this whole thing, mate, honestly, I think we'll have to see if and how we act down here if we're going to think about getting long again. It scares me a little bit to think about that right now. I think it's just hold on to what you've got as long as you can at the moment. Sellers still getting absorbed here at the moment at 50. So it's amazing that they're willing to do that. The buyers just still holding every micro pullback. You're talking about a 20-point pullback, and they're like, "Yep, we'll have you. Thanks very much." The high of day, I would basically say from 46s to the high of day, it's been non-stop buying. They need a break. They need a breakout. They need to come and fill these guys at 80s and 90s. I'd say failures under 45s, the buyers might get a bit upset. It's not me telling you to short there. I'm just telling you you've got a huge amount of buy-side activity from 45 up to high of day. Failures under that, if they stopped out in one go, it would be quite the wash. Alex, what's buy-side delta? It's very, very aggressive buying. It's when you have more aggressive buyers than you do aggressive sellers on the tape. So if we know right now there's a passive seller. So someone's got a limit order of 624 lots at 790. Now, how do we fill him? Well, you're going to need someone to be a market buyer of 624 lots at 790, right? Market, adding liquidity, this way for you guys, isn't it? Passive, market, 624 lot, 624 lot market buyer fills the passive seller. So if we do that, what do we have then? Massive buyer, biggest buyer of the day, will be stuck. And then we might see a move away from it. Now, if we hold above him, nothing changes. But that's a big lot size to be thinking about. If we move above and instantly below, then we're going to leave a giant buyer trapped up there. Because we're not talking about a 5 lot, a 10 lot. We're talking about a 625 lot if he gets filled. If he gets filled, it's not even been filled yet. We'll deal with it if and when we get there. I'm just saying, this is what we have right now. This is very, very, very aggressive buying, right? And at 790 up here, all right, they are going to have to buy even more aggressively to get through it, right? They're going to have to market order over 600 orders to get through it. So we are now aware of the amount of aggressive buyers up here. If they get stuck, think about this. If someone is unloading 624 lot sell side, they will, let's say they bought 500 lot here, 50 lot here, 50 lot here, 25 lot here, all right? And then they sell all of that position here. And some muggins comes in and buys 625 lots, all right? That's how they get their exit, all right? And then if there's no bid to support this, if that was them bidding the whole way up and that's their exit, well, guess what happens? It's all about who's stuck, where they're going to be stuck. Now, we don't know if they're going to be stuck up there yet. We haven't got up there yet. I'm just giving you thesis of what might happen, why I wouldn't be buying a breakout up there. Okay, so 22. Look at the rejection. 190. They couldn't get through the 190s on SOXL. And you are starting to leave this liquidity up here stuck. This is what I was talking about. If you start to vacate, if they can't recover 45s now, I'd be very concerned for these bulls. I'd be very concerned for these bulls because the amount of buying which has happened in here is huge. So here's the 45. If they fail 45s here, they're going to flush 25s and 705s quickly. So this 45 is a massive, massive level. We just drew it out in this box. Look, it's huge. If they can't recover, oh, don't move. If they can't recover this, you're going to see a flush to 25 and 705 if they can't recover this grey box. It's a big, big, big level. I'm not telling you to short. It's the hardest trade in the book. But I'm telling you, they can now be stuck without their exit. Here come the sellers. So 45 is the level over under right now. They recover 45s, they're going to have another go at the highs, right? Is excess possible here? Yeah. Certainly it's starting to be possible. Think about this grey box, right? Think about all this volume. This is all buying in here, right? If they start to get stuck here and we leave this grey box, right, we go and test 25s and then 700 pretty quickly. So if you're adamant for the counter trend trade, which is the hardest trade in the book, that's kind of your trade. It would be a vacate of the grey box. Like I said, this is the hardest trade in the book if you're going to take this, because it's counter trend against big high time for momentum and breakout buyers. But that is what's there right now. If they leave this grey box, there's a wash, and you'd have to take TPs quick. It'd be 25 and 700s. Me, I'm not going to take that. I think it's a very, very tough, high risk trade. But I'm telling you, if they leave that box, which they've not left yet, if they leave that box, they are in trouble. SOXL still making higher lows and unable to make a higher high. Starting to get a little bit stuck here. SOXL starting to get a little bit stuck here. They need that 190 break for you guys who are still long. You really need to see it soon. How long we got till lunch? 20 minutes. We'll see. Is that player still there? He's still there. 623 lot, 790. Still there. Alex, can you check if you received the email? Yes, sorry, my friend. Forgot about that. Checking now. Checking now. So you did it at info, right? Is it Malik? I found you, Malik. I got it. It's the first time I've seen you. Let me just sort you out now. There you go, my friend. You should be all sorted now. There you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the first time it's come through. It was weird. I'm new to your YouTube channel. Could you tell me about your course? I'd like to know if mentoring is included in your course or if that's separate. Well, I'm in the Discord helping people, but I don't do one-on-one mentoring, if that's what you mean. But I'm in Discord. If you do the course, I'm in there helping people all the time. I'll let people in chat who are in there talk about what it's like, because I don't want to like oversell it or something. But I'm in there. I answer questions as much as I can, and it's a very supportive group. You're starting to leave this grey box. If you're trading this short and you leave this grey box, your targets are 25, 15s, 700s. You'll get the initial balance trade underneath. You're starting to leave the grey box, and SOXL is failing to get that 190 break. So this is the level. If they vacate this, you can see they came right then to 25, found a bid. Again, personally, I wouldn't be trading this. Counter trend's very hard, but it is a legit setup here, especially if SOXL starts to roll over. But my personal point of view, these are very, very tough trades to take. Very tough trades in very bullish markets. Just filled out the form for the indicator. Okay, as soon as we're done with stream in 20 minutes, I can see lots of people have emailed for the indicator. Lots of people have emailed for access to the Discord and stuff. I will sort you out as soon as we're done with stream. I will sort you out, I promise. Do I trade live on Discord after lunch? I mean, I call things out. I'm not always there, but I'll give you an example. Like yesterday, I was in the gym and I still called the short for everyone. There you go. Counter trend versus 540, possible to 490s. That's the same kind of setup as we have now. Very risky, but letting you know, hardest trade in the book. I'm on my phone, so I can't help like normal. But if you took cover, then holding case, SOXL loses 85, you'll get a bigger wash. TP1 here, move stop down to 25 from 40s. Don't be a dick for a tick. Pay yourself, and then you know they're all catching it in there. All right, so like I will call setups even when I'm on my phone. I'll try and call setups for people. I do my best to make sure people in Discord get paid. It's not like the main priority of Discord, really. It's to build a community, to have people learn together. But you know, we do a morning briefing. So I say what I'm looking for each morning. Right, you can see what we're looking for today. Hold of this, the first drawing, hold of this for the drive up to 900s. Right, if we lose this, back test it, we stay heavy. So we got the first play. All right, over under 450s. Right, hold then possible 400 for bullish consolidation and move higher. Lows, if we lose it, will be 330, 340, 100. For breakout versus breakout is the game. Chips are an inside bar for your interest. Right, just letting everyone know. And then in here, you've got all sorts of stuff. We've got swings that we're in. There's lots of stuff here. The GEX levels each morning. All right. And just generally 300 plus great traders helping each other out. That's the main reason for the Discord, to be honest, is to build like a really good community where they can help each other, especially when I'm not there. Big seller left the tape, did you just say? Let's see if he moved higher. Yeah, he's completely gone. There's no 600 lot on at all now. He was here, you can see, and he's gone. ES looks like it still wants more juice. SOXL doesn't. That's the divergence right now between the two. Alex, do you use an indicator for imbalances? Yes, the new indicator that's coming right here. These are imbalances. These green lines are imbalances. We had a little single print here. So these are the imbalances right now on a 5 minute. There is a little one on a 1 minute here. But yes, I do. They come with the new order flow indicator. You could have them over here. I'm sure this would do it as well. Don't know if I've got it turned on. If imbalances here, stack levels, there we go. If you put that on, it'll probably show you some. There you go. There's some imbalances. Probably move that to 5 will probably be the better, so you get less. All right, so you can see that pullback held. This imbalance, got sell side imbalance here, sell side imbalance at the highs. This is the box though. This right here. Will the indicator be only available for people to do the course? No, it would be available for everyone. No, it would be paid though. Probably be like a monthly subscription or a one-time buyout. When will it be out? Again, next week, hopefully. It's been approved, so if I wasn't away this weekend, I'd be able to try and get it out for Monday, but next week, hopefully. You've been watching YouTube streams of Bookmap saving $50 a month. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay if you're just looking at passive levels, but otherwise, if there's a delay, you're not going to see enough in real time, really, for execution. But it's pretty good to start with. Man, SOXL just looks not very good right now. This does not look great. This is starting to look a bit rolly here. All right, so higher low, higher low, higher low. Failing to break out here. This is your failed follow through. If they let go of this and they start letting go of chips, Qs will struggle. I'd be very cognizant of that right now. You've been warned. I've warned you. If they start letting go of that, I would be very cognizant of it. You really need that to hold on for you to get more upside. Tired, man. Tired. How are we doing for likes? Where Where is it? Still not there. It's amazing, man. You guys can turn up all day and just not even do the most basic thing and hit that like button. Alex, you're the man. The last 6 days, I took a live account with 200 drawdown left to within 1 day of a payout. Yeah, buddy. Nice work. Nice comeback. Well, it's you that clicked the buttons. That's your risk control, which has been good. Your risk control. That's not me. That's on you. Nice work. SOXL might make a lower low here, folks. I'm warning you. I am warning you. I am warning you. If they let go of this, this would be the first failed breakout. It's be a lower high, lower low on the chip name indexes. If they lose this, it's going to be very hard for the Qs to move back up. I'm just warning you. For those of you who are in longs and trying to hold, this can get very, very nasty. Very, very nasty. You're starting to leave this grey box. There's a failure to break through the 58s. And SOXL is starting to roll over. I'm just warning you. I would not hold on too long here if this starts to let go. You do not want to be holding on. Because that all of this in here is very aggressive buying. It's very aggressive. And we have now made, this is our first attempt to break back out. Lower high, lower high. This is your pivot right now. Right, this is the move. If they lose this and backtest it and can't reclaim it, you probably see a wash down to this. Right, this is not me telling you to short. This is more like you guys who are long from here or here. You better have locked some in because you're going to be very upset if this takes a bit of a nosedive. If you haven't locked some in, if you're adamant on getting this gamma level or this gamma level, you've got to pay yourself. Remember, our job is to get a good chunk of meat off the bone. You won't always get all the meat off the bone. If you hang around too long, you'll go from a nice big fat turkey to like a slither of grey meat, as we would call it in the UK. A slither of the shitty bit of the thigh. All right, so make sure you're paying yourself. Back down under the 87s now. This might come and test 85s now on that. I think there might be a flush coming here, folks. Honestly, if they don't find a bid soon, I think you might see a flush. They've got to find a bid soon on this SOXL, and you need to see it reclaim. Really, you want strength over 55s. That's a good sign, but until that point, I'd be very concerned about you guys holding on to your longs here. I'm looking down here. It's because I'm watching that that index. It's funny. ES looks like it wants more. It's got a bit of a sort of broadening formation here. It looks like it wants the 540, 550. Qs look like they're starting to struggle a bit. There's the first response from SOXL at 87, which is good. That's the kind of thing you want to see. Now you want to see SOXL drive back out and start to base above 88.50s. You do not want it to keep having failed follow through there. If it keeps struggling up there, that means that supply is holding up and it might nosedive. Again, I'm not telling you to be short biased up here. I'm trying to warn you guys who have been in massive profits and haven't locked in. Who's the provider? Tanuki. All right, that's who I use for gamma. But like I said, there's lots of different people. You don't have to go with the one I use. But check out Menthol Q. Check out Tide, Unusual Whales, Cheddar Flow. There's tons and tons and tons and tons. Find the one that you like the most. Find the one that you like the most. Oh my god. All right, 1K likes, you guys said. I might go back to bed after this, honestly. Honestly. All right, let's eyes are tired. I cannot wait to take a break. I'm so burnt out from this year. It's unreal. Okay, just type FZT once in chat. Why would I go back to bed? Because I'm burnt out and exhausted, mate. It's still only... Remember, I've been up since 5 a.m. every day for the last, like, six years because I live in Los Angeles. Brutal. It's only coming... It's 10 to 9 now. I wouldn't mind, like, a little nap. I'm not sleeping well. And like I told you guys at the beginning of the year, I have a lot going on this year off the screens, which has been not very fun to deal with. Another family in a major operation again next week for the 3rd time this year. And all sorts of stuff going on. So sometimes I tend not to, I'll be very honest with you, I tend not to sleep well when I have stuff going on off the screens. And then I have to be really careful about how it impacts my trading. Both the emotional development of what's going on off the screens. If it means I'm going to have to feel like I've got a dip into my pocket to help people, that can mean I might push too hard. And if I'm fatigued, it can mean I make bad decisions. Fortunately, I haven't had that. I would say the first 3 months this year, I traded tiny size because I was very concerned that I would do something stupid. You're interested in getting access to the indicator. Everything is on my website, my friend, flowzonetrader.com. You can see everything there. Lake Austin. Well, I was told yesterday, where did he say to go and check out? My buddy said, go to Barton Springs Pool and Barton Creek Greenbelt. So I'll check that out. All right, let's pick this winner. Give you guys 10 more seconds. SOXL still doesn't look great here, folks. So I'm still concerned about a breakdown. Overall, we're very, very bullish, right? But I'm very concerned if they can't start holding prints up here for you guys. I'm very concerned about a rollover because of what I'm seeing elsewhere. Hopefully, they hold the print and you guys can keep holding them up. I'm just trying to manage your expectations. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. Like I said, I'm not suggesting you go short. It's more, don't get caught holding the bag looking for 29,900 and it not come. All right, picking this winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trading Engineer Co. Trading Engineer Co. Trading Engineer Co. Are you here? Trading Engineer Co. Nice. All right, congratulations, my friend. That's a free Apex account on its way to you. All you need to do is email me info@flowzonetrader.com. Send me a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube. Once you do that, I will send you the code, free code for that. All right, SOXL, much better. Back over 87s, approaching 88s. If you can base over 88, 50s, you got another shot. And this is coming back to the top side of this little micro range. This is where you want to hold over. You want to see this base over 60s, ideally. You want to see this base over 60s, ideally. Right, so this is what I'm looking at on the other chart, so that you can start putting the pieces together. All right, it's very concerned. All right, fail break, fail break, fail break, fail break, backside of the move, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. If they reject here, this is what I'm concerned of for you, a deep wash of these stops. All right, but this reaction is very, very good. This is exactly what you want to see. And now you want to see this reclaim up here and go for this again. That's what you want to see if you're bullish. And that will give the strength to the Qs. If we can see this, then Qs have got a real shot of getting back up to these gamma levels and then the 900s. Hopefully it goes for you. Hopefully it goes for you. And I'll read the tape here with you. And if I have to sit here for 5-10 minutes into lunch, I will, just to help you guys. Hey mate, yeah, no worries. Soon, like I said, as soon as I get off stream, I will get into all the emails. There's about 60 emails for me to check out as soon as I get off stream. I will do them all, I promise. But if you're waiting for access, I promise. All right, new high day here, ES. So ES, like I said, that's where the strength... SOXL is just rejected. You have major divergence, major divergence again as ES starts to break out and SOXL is absolutely stuck. I'll give you a quick readout on the mag. Tesla 0.82% up, Nvidia 4.22% up, Microsoft 1% up, Meta 0.71% up. Weakness then starts. Google 0.37% down, Amazon 0.78% down, Apple flat on the day, completely flat on the day. Big transactions just happened here from both buyers and sellers at these 60 levels. Like I said, I think ES wants the 540, 550. The Qs are just struggling a little bit with relative weakness today overall. Did the big seller come back? No, he's gone. He's gone, mate. He's not interested. He's not there at all. He is not there at all. Not at all. Look at ES go. All right, ES approaching the 540 level and then through that 550. I don't think it's got another level after that. There's nothing on the book yet. And if you're trading the SPY, it's 750, right? It's the whole number, 750. 750. That's amazing, the alignment. So poor between these at the moment. Where's VIX trading? It's just sub 18. It's not really doing much. Almost into lunch here. We'll see. Hopefully you get that squeeze out into lunch. Yeah, like the chips are struggling. The chips are struggling. It's kind of weird. Like the rotation out of the chips has started clearly, or at least a bit of profit taking for now. I mean, they're just pinned at the high. Yeah, I mean, look at this. INTC struggling. And this is the danger right now for the Qs. MU. This is the danger right now. MU struggling. If they start breaking down, it's going to be a problem. What is it? TXN? That's looking a little bit better. AMD. That's looking a little bit better, but it's starting to roll over. NVDA. Starting to roll over. I mean, it's dangerous. It is dangerous. It is dangerous because this is where all the strength has come from. Like, unless we see a full rotation into MAG, it's like there's no doubt about it. It's dangerous now. I wouldn't be a new money long up here. That is for sure, right? You've had like all you're doing is managing your positions. Like we all know, Alex was long here, stopped out, long here, took money, stopped out, long here, took money, stopped out. All right, so I've missed this part of the move. And maybe you get up here, which is what we originally looked for. Remember the targets today were here and here. Maybe you get up there, but it's hard to think about NQ's ability to do that if these chips can't find a bid. If they can't find a bid. Blew my funded account because of BOJ today. Bank of Japan. What, were you trading overnight? NQ is crap, top soon. I mean, That sounds like a guess of the highs rather than anything else. Damien, nice man. Look forward to working with you. Yeah, like we said, unless they rotate. I mean, let's have a look. I haven't looked for the last 5 minutes. Where has my screen gone? All right, this is us today. Market leader. Look who's pumping. Nvidia, AVGO, Cisco Systems. They had earnings yesterday, I think. Finance is doing okay. Most of them pretty green for ES. Healthcare doesn't look too good. So it's the consumers and broader markets. Is YM down? The Dow? No, it looks okay. It's pretty red over there to be holding up all right. But there we go. But yeah, all the strength coming from here. Look at these chips though. This is the problem. Nvidia, AVGO, the biggest names are nice, big and green. And we get into like the secondary names: AMD, INTC, MU, TXN, ADI. You can see all these guys down here. These are the names which are struggling. These are your semis, right? They are struggling to catch a bid here. If we think about tech, where's the weakness? It's in the semis right now. If these start going red to green, it's a whole different ball game when we start seeing big breakouts. Trump told Fox that Xi is going to buy 200 planes and the reaction is red. Is that really what he told them? What, from who though? From Boeing? Had we already priced it in? They went, I call your bluff, sir. I call your bluff, sir. Markets are funny. That's amazing. Thanks for telling me that. It's always worth a good chuckle. DRAM struggling, is it really? Yeah, so some of those providers struggling. What are the quantum names doing today? Let's have a look. They're all up. IREN's up, IONQ's up, MVTS is up, Rigetti's up. Quantum names are doing okay. We are flat here, aren't we? I'm going to give this like 5-10 more minutes and then get off. I just want to see what happens. You are almost there on the ES. Remember, 540 and 550 are your levels. You've just tapped 538.75. QQQ 722 and 725 are your levels. Breadth is very low now. Yeah, I mean, yesterday was really bad. The advanced decline line yesterday. Like I said, like you've got 30% of the market moving up. That's it. All-time high after all-time high based on 30% of the market. That ain't good. It ain't good. More aggressive buying up here. They're going to come and clean out all these guys to 800 finally. You would expect so. They've done a lot of work in this grey box again. Do you remember we said the strength will come if they pivot back over this? There you go. There's your pivot back over. Can they get to here and here? I don't know if any of you are still long. I'm not. I am flat. I've been flat since this move here. So I've been flat for an hour. Missed all this. Almost 750 spike. Yeah, very close. You are very close to that 750 level. One swipe will do it. Volume is dead. Well, we're into lunch and we're in slow drift. I mean, slow grind higher. Don't fade a slow grinding market. All right, 80s here, and then the 800s. So 540 now tagged on the ES, 750 the next level on the spiders. And that's the new high of day. Instantly door shut on the face on that gamma level. Look at that gamma level. Instant door shut on the face for the first reaction. Crazy. To the tick. Thanks for great analysis. You're welcome. All right, guys. I think that's me done. I'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll get on for half an hour and just do the morning briefing for you. But probably not. Probably I wouldn't mind a little lie-in for once and head to the airport lounge and get a nice breakfast. Oh, man. That would be good. Nice full-cooked breakfast. They don't really do that in America. I do like that in the UK. Nice full cooked beans on toast with sausages, which you guys will all take the piss, but I miss an English, full English. I definitely miss it. I'll be back Monday. I will do the weekly newsletter. I'll have to do tonight. I won't have time to do it the weekend, which means, okay, we won't have Friday's levels in, okay, but I will give you the best levels possible. It means if there is expansion tomorrow, right, it will change the level slightly and we'll have to go over them live on stream on Monday, but I will do my best to provide those to you. If I need to provide an update on Sunday evening and I get time, I'll do it, but the newsletter I'll do a day early because I just won't get the time to do it otherwise. All right, and I will see you all Monday if I don't see you tomorrow morning. Trade safe this afternoon. Again, this is not a market to be guessing the tops in right now. This is a slow drift higher market. This is about managing your longs, which were much, much earlier in the day. Remember, the longs were down here and here. We don't want to add long now. You don't want to add long now. You want to manage the expectations of what you have. All right. Peace and love, everyone. I will see you Monday morning if I don't see you tomorrow. Trade safe, use hard stops, all that good stuff. Take care.